matibabu wapi? Huyo statement huyo. Who statement wenu? Anyway, this I don't know. I'm sure there are some of you who have seen this video, but there is a longer version of it yenye naonesha vile ameanguka chini, which I do not need to show you here. These are Raila's last moments. That's Raila. Umemwona? Umemwona? Mumeona? Mumeona Raila? No, sorry. That was when that was before he fell. Unasikia? Unasikia? So listen, it's not about the looks, it's what about the hospital offers. Listen, when you see a hospital crowded, you just know very well that for them to respond to an emergency, it's gonna take time. When the numbers matter. When hospitals are crowded, it means that hospital personnel are overwhelmed.
Hello guys, it's your girl Patience Status. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscription box and put on the notification bell so that you don't forget any time I post a new video. Remember, I'm the queen of online gossip. So welcome to today's video. Don't forget to give it a like and leave a comment on the comment section.
Those of us who are still here now, we have the work. We have a lot of work to do because obviously nobody can ever fit in his shoes. No one. No one can ever do what he did. No one can ever walk the journeys that he did, the paths that he walked. No one is gonna be able to do that. And this is a challenge to us, those of us who are supposed to be the future leaders, a challenge to the Gen Zs, a challenge to our generations, for posterity. This is important for us to pay attention. What is Raila's death going to make us? Is it going to change us as a community? Is it going to make us learn lessons? And how do we move from here? I mean, it's such a huge burden, but it's the reality that we have to face right now, because I think we depended on Raila so much, and I think his death has left a huge hole, a huge gap that is gonna be very difficult for people to fill. But the sad thing is that life has to go on. Life has to go on, and we have to make some decisions really quick about what is going to happen to our future, the future of our children, and the future of Kenya. And if we ever cared for him and what he believed in, it's important for us to try and live and work towards what he believed in: democracy, what he believed in, good leadership. And it's going to be a tough one, especially for the Luo community. And I continue mentioning the Luo community because it's only in our community that we had Raila as a kingpin for quite some time. And now that he's gone, sorry, there is nothing that I don't know how we are going to re-strategize politically. But there are a few things I wanted to talk about before I say other things. First of all, I think it is sad and shameful that the Indian bloggers were posting about Raila's death before Kenyans. I think on that, the Kenyan government and the communication team for ODM failed. I think it is shameful and sad that we were hearing about the death of Raila from another country before our country. I think it is very shameful that Wikipedia had updated that Raila was dead, and then it took our whole president almost 5 hours to make it official. I think it is shameful that up until now, we really don't have a proper official statement about how he died. You know, it's just sad. We have to get this from the foreign outlets. I think Kenyans, we need to do better. I think that's very dishonorable for a person like Raila. Like you say, you want to grant him a state burial, but you don't have the courtesy of even just making sure that the annunciation of his death is done by officially by our government. Can you imagine me going to Wikipedia around 3 a.m. and I'm finding Raila already dead? And our own government has not talked to us about it. Looking at Indian bloggers talking about it, like it's crazy. Me finding videos of Raila walking and being posted on Twitter just a few minutes before he collapsed. Guys, I don't think it's also, I think for the sake of the family, do not post those videos. Like, I think I do have a video of Raila walking. I know that's what has been posted on Twitter, but there's a whole video of him even falling down. I think that as Kenyans, the Kenyan government is failing. The Kenyan government is failing us, like on that matter. The security, the communication protocols were pathetic. How can Indian bloggers post about Raila Odinga's death before the Kenyan government? Like, what is wrong with the Kenyan government? Seriously, what is wrong with us? Like, that kind of disrespect, that kind of disorganization, that kind of lack of communication and coordination, it should be avoided completely. And I think that's also sad that they don't even care about us, you know? Like they don't care about us and our emotions and our feelings and how we are going to receive this, you know? Like, just have a proper communications channel and we communicate effectively about the death of a person like Raila. You wait for... I saw about the death of Raila Odinga at 2 a.m. our time from an Indian blog. And somebody else is sending me, asking me when I'm at work that, okay, is this true? And I'm like, no, that can't be true. Like, seriously. What's wrong with you people? Like, what is wrong with our government? What is wrong with the ODM team? What is wrong with you people? Like, how is it possible for the Indians to be posting about the death of Raila Odinga before us? Like, what's wrong with us? We just couldn't plan. We just can't even be organized. We can't even respect and make sure that communication is well done. Now look, there's that video of him falling there. Unasikia? JB, no, that's not true. He died today. Listen, there's a video of him falling down in India, and Indian bloggers have it. Like, seriously, what is that? Unaona? So it's very wrong. It's disrespectful. As a government, you should make sure you have proper communication. It's giving, please, you guys. Mimi, wacheni wambie, guys. Also, stop propaganda. Wacheni propaganda. Wakenya mnapenda propaganda. Mnasikia? The hospital itself, the CCTVs from the hospital have a whole recording of him falling and walking down today. Na nyinyi mnakuja hapa kuandika hapa ati sijui died a few days ago. Kulis kobini. So what did they do? They edited the things. What's wrong with you people? You people, please stop with the propaganda. What's wrong with you people? Hapana. Bwana mko hivi jamani. Don't be like that. Unasikia? Let us stop all these lies and propaganda. Sijui ameuliwa, sijui amefanyika aje. Guys, Raila was an 80-year-old man. He had pre-existing conditions, obviously, and you could see that. Unasikia? So it's good for you people to protect yourself and your sanity by at least even accepting and acknowledging that this is a person that has died. Honor him, respect him. Let us get the last word. And unajua kitu yenye iko very embarrassing. Up until now, our government does not know what has killed Raila, ndio wakuja watuambie officially. Up until now, our government has not told us officially when his body will be home. Up until now, there isn't any clear communication what he was going to treat in India, why he was in India. Like, what is wrong with this fucking Ruto government? Seriously, what's wrong with you people? Like, unajua, like Mimi, I'm wondering why Ruto is coming out to say that Raila is going to get a state funeral. The state respect starts from the time that he's dead. Unasikia? The respect starts from the time that he's dead. You accord someone respect with the way you communicate the person's death, the way you treat his home. Guys, mnajua nimeona vile Raila amekufa, kila mtu amekimbia Opoda Farm, kila mtu akona access to Opoda Farm, kila mtu akona access to Karen. Alafu guys, wacheni niwaulize, kwani nini imefanyika guys? Hii ndio hospitali Raila anaenda? Sijauliza kwa ubaya. Hebu neni hospitali guys. Mimi sijauliza kwa ubaya. I'm very confused about this whole situation. Yani, hiyo hospitali nikiangalia, si hata hospitali nini, Mama Lucy Hospital is better. Nikiangalia hiyo hospitali ile Mama Lucy siko way better hata nikiangalia. Guys, mumeona hiyo hospitali? Ama mumeiona ama mjaiona? Have you guys seen that hospital? Ama ni mimi ndio nimeiona peke yangu? Mumeiona? It's like nini? Timore yawa. What happened? What? Guys, what is that? Angoma no Timore. Angoma no Timore yawa. Am I connected?
I want to tell you.
Oneni. What is that? Ebu mniambie. I'm just asking. Sijauliza. Ai. Acha kama ndio mnasema ati tunauliza maswali. Sasa tusiulize. Mbona hata Raila kuko huku US? Mimi nimeuliza tu penja ukapenja yo maracha penjo. Maana hospitali Raila ni ditiede. Ati Raila amewekwa kwa stretcher na bedsheet ya green. Did you guys see that? What the heck? What in the heck? Ero, wacha niwaoneshe video ingine. Wacha niwaoneshe video ingine. Wacha tu niwaoneshe video ingine. I'm confused. Ati statesman na mlikuwa mmempeleka matibabu wapi? Huyo statesman huyo statesman wenu. Anyway, this I don't know, I'm sure there are some of you who have seen this video, but there is a longer version of it yenye naonesha vile ameanguka chini, which I do not need to show you here. These are Raila's last moments. That's Raila. Umemwona? Mumeona? Mumeona Raila? No, sorry. That was when that was before he fell. Unasikia? Unasikia? So listen, it's not about the looks, it's about the hospital offers. Listen, when you see a hospital crowded, you just know very well that for them to respond to an emergency, it's gonna take time. When the numbers matter. When hospitals are crowded, it means that hospital personnel are overwhelmed. That's the problem. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not it's listen, this is just common sense. Hospitali kama iko crowded na wagonjwa wamejaa kwa laini vile watu walikuwa wamejaa pale, huyu alikuwa anatembea nje, the moment watu watoke nje wakuje wamhudumie, it's gonna take time, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you go to a hospital where watu wako wengi, there is a lot of people in that hospital, when there is an emergency, it's going to take a lot of time for you to be helped. That's what usually happens. It takes more time for them to respond because of how crowded the hospital is. And then the fact that alikuwa anatembea huko nje, unasikia? Hakupatwa na hiyo emergency ndani ya hospitali akiwa ndani. Alikuwa anatembea nje na akaanguka. So it means lazima watu watoke pale hivyo, unasikia? waingie wakuja wakamsaidie wafanyie CPR. And that's why you see this lady was saying they did everything. Walifanya everything to try and get him back, and he was gone. Perhaps I think it is good that he did not have to suffer. Like, see, like it's good he did not suffer. It's good he did not akugonjeka yani ama like unajua. It's good. Unaona? Like seriously, mimi tu nimeshtuka. Like okay, chaka, but now also this makes us think about our health system in Kenya. Let's just be realistic. We have a broken health system. A health system that is making our people leave our country to go to other countries, and then at the end of the day, they also don't succeed when they go out there. You know? And Mimi, the questions I'm asking are the conditions that he died in. That's all. Those are the questions I'm asking. Hiyo tu ndo swali mimi ninauliza. And then at the end of the day, I think that if he was seriously ill, in my own akili, I was thinking maybe Mama Ida would have been with him at that moment. But that's just me. So I don't know. I'm very confused about so many things. I have so many questions, some of which I think maybe nitaambiwa it's none of my business. Sawa sawa. Yeah. See. So kama atakuwa msik sana lakini mano hospital mane ya wantu kapenjo marachi mando mchalo Homa District Hospital. Ai, hata pale Homa District Hospital haiko crowded hivyo. Na Homa District Hospital ndio inakuanga kama death zone. It's not that crowded. Ati Diana, kwani wewe si Mjaluo? Pana mimi si Mjaluo, hujaijua? Okanga Jaluo, okingeyo? Okan Jaluo. Okan Jaluo ananga Nyakisi. So I'm like, something weird. Some things are just so strange to me. And for me, I feel like the way that everything has been communicated is so off, you know. Imagine at 2 o'clock, I'm seeing Raila's on Wikipedia. It's been updated that Raila is dead. And our country has not made an official announcement. Hizi vitu kwani ya muzioni kama ziko strange ama ni mimi ndo naziona ziko strange. Like Raila was pronounced dead by bloggers in India. Raila was pronounced dead by bloggers in India, guys. Na sisi tuko hapa Kenya, hatukuwa tumejua anything. We didn't know nothing, but the bloggers in India were posting about Raila's death. Bloggers in India were posting Raila on a stretcher. What the hell? Where is the respect? Where was the protection? Where is the dignity? What is wrong? What is going on? I'm wondering what is happening. Raila alikuwa na nani huko? Alikuwa na nani? Like, how did these people get these videos? Wanakuja kutuwekea huko kwa blog. Guys, have you seen those have you seen those Indian blogs? Umeziona? Ati amefunikwa na bed sheet ka green. Hapa akaweka kwa stretcher nyingine inapiga kelele. Muone hiyo kitu? Is it just me? I'm the one who is not okay, because I'm like, what the heck and how did this happen? Unajua? It's not making sense to me. It's not making sense to me at all. It's not making... Even now, I feel like the government is still not taking care of what it needs to take care of. First of all, I saw Ruto going to Karen. My goodness. The amount of people that were swarming into Karen. Guys, Karen should be going into Raila's home right now. There should be roadblocks. Not just everyone should be going there. Yani, nyumba vile Raila alikuwa pronounced dead, kila mtu alikuwa anaweza kuaccess Karen. Watu walikuwa wameingia huko wanalia na vijiti. Kila mtu anaingia huko. Anybody was going in there. Opoda Farm, everybody was going in there. No, it's not about loving Raila. It's the security lapse and issue that comes with that. Like seriously, why can't Raila's home be you know, like hizo mabarabara zinaenda huko zinafaa kukuwa blocked. There should be cops monitoring those who are going in and out. Like what is it? That's what we need. Angalieni, did you guys watch the time when Ida Odinga was trying to talk? Right, Ida Odinga was trying to talk and she was in the middle of people. Alikuwa pale mpaka yeye ndiye anajaribu kuongelesha watu. Poor woman. She was trying to talk. She was even trying to ask people to calm down. And I'm like, what the heck? What is this? There was no police. Mliona hiyo video ya Ida Odinga akijaribu kuongea, akikam watu chini. My God, this woman has just received the news of her husband dying. Amewekwa ati aongee na watu lakini kina Gladys Wanga saa ingine wanani. This is a woman who's just received the death of her husband. Then Gladys is there with all this group of people. Like seriously, not every moment is a moment for glory. It's not. It's not a moment to get cheap. That was such a big security lapse. Watu wako pale wanasukuma. Unajua? Imagine wamemsukuma wako mpaka hivi mbele mpaka anawekwa sijui anakaa huko chini sijui anasongeshwa wapi. What? Guy. Yawa. Mjane. Mpaka Ida alikuwa anakaa confused. One of the strongest women I know. She looked lost. Confused. Terribly confused. She was puzzled. She didn't even know what to do. Hapana. No. Guys, I do hope that we can do better than that. Those of you that are organizing and those who are gonna be part of the organization committee, funeral, please do better. Do better. Hapana, that was very, very, very dangerous. Unajua? Like you could be mourning Raila and then at the same time, a small security lapse, Ida Odinga is down also. Alafu itakuwaje? Unajua? Like you guys need to understand that this funeral is going to have thousands and thousands of people. So you need to be organized. Security needs to be top notch. You need to be prepared for the visitors that are coming. You need to know how to control the inflow and outflow of people from all the homes in Kenya. Seriously. Hata vile breaking news ilikuwa inafanyika, mimi nilishangaa, huyu Ruto wenu, Kasongo wenu. Imagine Ruto leaving State House to go to Karen before making an official announcement about Raila dying. Why? Yawa, si unatangaza kwanza kifo ya mtu statement alafu ndio unafika kwao kuenda kuomboleza na familia. Imagine ati anaenda pale hivyo kukaa na familia ndio anarudi kutangaza rasmi kifo ya mtu. Guys, ama mimi ndio sijui hizi vitu. Magio Ginango, what the hell is that? Confused. Like who does the planning for this government? Like kama mimi sielewi. Mtu anatoka State House pali angefanya the official announcement na angefanya official announcement alafu ana control the crowds before afike. Imagine Ruto mwenyewe amefika pale anajisqueeze kati ya watu kama samaki ndiye ingie Karen. Ati anaenda kupigia familia pole na ndio arudi tena State House kumeka an official announcement. What the hell? What the hell? Guys, bwana, Ruto, Raila was a great man. Don't mess this up. Don't mess the last days that he has on this world before we send him off, tafadhali. Please do better. Sawa, do better. We are talking about these things now because we know Luo burials. Nasikia? Tunaongelelea sahi because we want them to check whatever it is that is going on now so that they can fix it before we go to the main event. It's so important that we do so because we know very well hiyo matanga itakuwa ni matanga ambayo itajaa, na kama hawatajipanga vizuri itakuwa ni matanga ya aibu. We don't want to give Raila a send-off that has problems. We want to give him a send-off with the respect that he deserves. He should be accorded the respect that he deserves because he died, you know, a great person and forever will be in the annals of history. Tumeelewana? So I think for posterity, it's important for us to always be prepared for things like this. Unaona? Like as leaders, especially the ones in the political whatever arena, you should know how to communicate effectively so that you reduce the chaos. Otherwise, what happened in Opoda Farm, Karen, chaotic, a great security lapse that would have given rise to other problems altogether. And the fact that Aida Odinga was there and she looked like she had no protection, it was so embarrassing to watch. I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, they need to take her back into the house. She needs to get into one of her bedrooms and lock herself in, because that was so dangerous to watch. I couldn't take it. I was like, oh my God, this is bad. Unaona? So anyway, apart from that, the truth is he is gone. Now, those of you who are here that have remained, kazi kwenu. Sawa sawa. This is why you are told all the time that you need to plan for future generations, and that's why you're told that as people who are now the millennials, we do the work and then we leave the work for the Gen Zs, and Gen Zs leave the work for the other generations. So if you depended on Raila for your choice for leadership and how you behaved politically, now that he's gone, you have to start checking yourself again. We appreciate the work that he has done. It will forever be in the annals of history, and he had changed the lives of so many people. Yes, we do know there are things about Raila that are not pleasing that we may want to talk about now, but this is not the time. Umesikia? Everybody, including Diana Ross, is not perfect, and including Raila. But when we talk about his achievements in matters democracy, we need to remember that he did fight for this country. He laid his life. In fact, Raila did not have a life. Raila started having a life after NARC, because his whole life he had been fighting. He had been fighting his whole life. So it's upon us, sisi wenye tumebaki. Nimepitia kwa street, nimepitia Facebook, nikapitia Twitter, nikarudi tena kwa TikTok. Let me tell you guys, those of you that are rejoicing that Raila is dead, nyinyi ni makumbafu matakataka. Wacheni niwaambie, nyinyi ni makumbafu matakataka, useless bagamania maduanzi. You know why? Because hata hii internet unatumia kwa sababu ya Raila. Chekesha. Umesikia? Hii internet yenye unatumia saa hii, hata hii sauti yenye uko nayo, hata hii sauti niko nayo kama Diana Ross, I have it today because Raila Odinga fought for you guys, democracy, fought for your voices to be heard, fought for the constitution to be changed so that people can be able to practice their right for freedoms of speech, movements. Unasikia? That is what he fought for. Tumeelewana? Na mkumbuke mwaka ni 2010. Umesikia? So ukikuwa pale hivyo kwa TikTok, kwa Facebook, sijui wapi, ati una celebrate kifo yake, we ni duanzi. Hey, appreciate that he's even allowed you to have an opportunity to be on the internet and talk. Unasikia? Without him, bado tungekuwa na one party system. And that one party system muzzled our voices. That one party system made sure we did not talk about anything. We did not challenge no government. We did not practice our right. We did not have the right to movement, the right to speak, the right to say anything to the government, the right even to vote, even as women, and to take our own IDs as women. Unasikia? So wewe ukikaa hapo ati unafungua mdomo yako ati nyanya, wengi wenu hata mko hapa mnatusi Raila ati ni vizuri amekufa na mko na ukimwi na madawa za ukimwi ni Raila mwenyewe alifight. Mko nazo na hizo access. Taka bajinga vichwa pomblo. Hata mkicheka, hata mkicelebrate, the good thing about death is that it's inevitable. Unasikia? Leo kwangu kesho kwako mamao utanikumbuka umesikia? Leo iko kwangu na kesho iko kwenu. Sawa sawa? Umesikia? Shame on you that you are celebrating. What are you celebrating? Your stupidity? You are celebrating your stupidity. You don't know that Raila Odinga is the one that created an opportunity for you people to be able to vote the way you want. Ama ujui? That Raila Odinga that you are laughing is now dead is the same person that fought, bled, was tortured in Nyayo House to make sure that constitution is honored and respected. Sawa sawa? Huyo mwenye unamchekelea tunasema ati ni vizuri amekufa. Mijinga hizi. Maybe by the way I will not even pay attention to you. When you're stupid, you're stupid. Kama wewe ni dwanzi. Hakuna kitu nitafanya kukufanya. Wacha nikwambie. Whether you laugh, whether you celebrate, there is nobody. Even hata kama there is nobody. Nobody in your home, in your clansmen that will ever do the work that Raila Odinga did. Take it to the bank. Umesikia? Take that to the bank. Hakuna mtu wa kwenu atawahi fanya hiyo kazi yenye Raila Odinga alifanya. Koma. Hata mfanye nini? Hata useme nini? Nimesema. So let me see what I want to see here. Wait first. Before I do that, I have something here. Yes, we are remembering a statesman.
The sunshine daily on the mountain top. I took a trip on a sailing ship. When I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a days. My eyes is down, I was turning around. I had to learn my little girl in Kingston town. Round the way of Mexico, the sunshine daily on the mountain top. I took a trip on a sailing ship. When I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a days. My eyes is down, I was turning around. I had to learn my little girl in Kingston town.
Nasikia? He was telling you, sad to say, that I'm on my way. He's going away for many a days. Sawa sawa. So sad to say goodbye to you, Jacob. We know that you've gone away and you're not coming back. And you're gone away for many a days. We're gonna have to start living without you for many a days. And it's sad to say that we have a big vacuum in our community. We have lost a kingpin. It's sad to say we are now alone. Sad to say we don't know what to do. Sad to say we will have to move and look for another kingpin for our community. Sad to say we are alone. Sad to see you died away. Tena he died away from home. Like seriously. Just sad. Sad. Imagine Raila Odinga dying away from home. So sad. Like, imagine. And all of these things, again, we come back to good and bad governance. If we had the best healthcare system, if we had a good healthcare system, Raila Odinga would have died home, maybe. He would have died home. But he died away. Where he was disrespected. Now his body is in Indian blogs. His body is in Indian bloggers. Can you imagine? Indian bloggers blogging about Raila. Showing him on a stretcher. And our government is just here. Our government waiting for Wikipedia to update that Raila is dead. Paka Wikipedia wana update kila kitu. Na kina Ruto bado wanalala. Yeah, 2 a.m. American time. I was being told Raila Odinga is dead. And our government did not make an announcement at all. At all. They were quiet. So where did the communication lapse happen? What happened? Unasikia? So neju luo wetena kiku chakoko kiku dao gijo moka kata ngato yanyo Raila kata ngato nyiru kata ngato timango. Do not. This is not the time. Let us give Raila the honor that he needs, the honor that he deserves. Don't do anything that is embarrassing because inge na ngono udhi bedo gi welo. Winjo? Ada puonjo ugi moro ma mondo nge. Wan gi liel koro. Beduru mariek. Nitie gik moko ma kawatimo to iketo history. Iwinjo? Nitie gik moko ma kotimorenwa to history, and then we will be reminded. Winjo? So beduru careful, beduru gi kwe. Weuru sami bi Raila ni ubed gi kwe. Jo Kondele, jo Kisumu, jo Migori, jo Siaya, beduru gi kwe, udhi bedo gi welo. beduru gi kwe, kik ukel koko kamora mora, kati winj mana kuchwanyoru, beduru gi kwe. Mani gima nyalo kwayou. At this moment, you really do not need any kind of violence. We need to be as peaceful as possible. We need to show and welcome our visitors because we have lost. Wageni wanakuja kwetu, tukue na discipline. Kama ingewezekana, Cindy angeenda kwa hii matanga. Hiyo tu ndio kwayo na pekee. Wale watu waibu wasifike huko. Maana ukiende kwayo na kende because I know that matanga itakuwa open to everybody na atafika. Kama ingewezekana, angeambiwa tu akae tu kando kidogo because sinaogopa. Hiyo tu. Lakini it is well, tumebaki hivyo. There is nothing we can do about it. Tutachill tu, tungoje tuone what is coming next. But the death of Raila Odinga is going to change the political landscape in Nyanza. That one I can tell you. And it's going to change the political landscape in Nyanza. And it's Nyanza more, so I'm talking about Nyanza a lot. Because Nyanza is where, you know, all the things are happening in terms of... And I talk about Nyanza because of Majimbo. Mimi, I'm not talking about national politics because we already have devolution. And the political landscape in Nyanza is going to change big time. And guys, Kao Kuriek, to parura negi momi Raila no yie mondo Gladys obed chairperson mar ODM. Dongune kanga ni none no mbele. Dongi nyochu neno ka Ruto sik dhiyo mabei. Dongi ngeni Raila none no mbele. Kosa riambo. Ariambo kosa wacha dieri. Ngeni Raila nitie gima ne pango gi telo mar mon. Be uneno gini kosa ne maneno gini kenda. Ingena neno gimoro kae, gimora neno kae, aneno gimoro kae, aneno kae nyako cha nyar gine cha, nyawangaya cha. Be uneno nyako no, koso uno kunene. Ingeni ngani no neno mbele, to paro ni, osete mutiyo gi joma chuo, to aparo ni ntie kaka nogo kwano, neno ka joma chuo gi ntie kaka ntie to moro ma en godo. To lweny makuro dhibete, wanyisu, dhibede kind Babu Owino, Ginya Wangaya. Akono uchon beduru kuikoru kung'eyo. Anyiso. And let me tell you, Gladys' political career is going to now deal with exacerbate. That's what's going to happen. That is the only, you know. Now, in fact, let me tell you, na wago uru makofi. 2/3 gender rule is now going to come into life. Dipo ni wanyalo bedo ki president bang 2027. Madako. Be uneno gini kosan mo kane gini. Niket nyako cha tingeni aggressive marach. Yeah. Uwinja jolu uwinja koso kuwinja kama kelon. All I know is that Kenya is en route to having its first female president very soon. That is what I will tell you. That is what I'm seeing for the future. And I think that Raila laid the groundwork for that to happen. I believe that we are headed to a very different political landscape. And I believe that we are going to have a woman as a president very soon. I think that there is something that Raila did, that is a foundation that Raila has laid that is strong and nobody is going to shake it. That's what I would say. The only problem is the person that Raila has chosen is not a person that believes in empowering other people. But one watim nangu, Aisulu donge, Aisulu. Ebu turudi kwa chai kidogo. Tumemaliza hapo. Wacha sahi watu wenye wakulia tulie pole. Aisulu guys. Aisulu. Tukubali na Aisulu donge. Angel Orokuni. Aisulu. Now let me say this because today I heard it from the grapevine. That somebody was saying that she owes TikTokers nothing. She cannot respond to TikTokers. She cannot respond to... First of all, let me say, Ati Owiso and Conqueror stole money from us in terms of mchango ya mtoto wa Conqueror mwenye alikuwa mgonjwa. There was no sick child that needed money. In America, if you have a sick child, the child will be treated whether you have money or not. There is no hospital that will require you to pay a deposit. Tumeelewa? So hiyo ndio nawaambia hapa, that was a con job from the start. The fact that Conqueror agreed to come and agree with that story shows that she's part of the con job. There is no hospital in America that will require you to pay a deposit for them to take care of your child. Lies. So that was a con job from the moment word go. Na kitu ya pili, kama uko America na unalipa bili ya mtoto, hakuna vile utachagua namba ya Kenya. Thank you, Your Majesty. Ati unachukua namba ya Kenya, ati ndio unatumiwa pesa. If I'm supposed to pay bills in America, I'm supposed to fundraise with Kenyans in America can support me. Why do I need thank you. Why do I need an M-Pesa number in Kenya? So mnataka kuniambia pesa ilikuwa inaenda kwa kazini yake kwa M-Pesa, alafu ndiye arudi alipe bill America na M-Pesa. Chekesha. Hebu tuchekeshe kidogo hapo. Hebu tuchekeshe leo, mimi na respond kwa mauongo zenye nimesikia leo. Ati pesa inatoka kwa pay bill, inatoka kwa M-Pesa Kenya, inakuja kulipa bill America. Yako na bili ya hospitali, so hiyo bili ya hospitali ati ana fundraise alipiwe. There is no hospital in America that can also refuse. Ebu mni block hiyo tutsika. Block mkundia hii umbwa. Block immediately. Takataka, unakuja kuniambia nilipe internet. Takataka hii. Chat. Useless. Thank you. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. I've told you. There is no hospital in America that can ask you to pay money ati sijui ndio balance. No, they will always treat your child na watakuambia hii ndio bili yako, and they will discharge you whether you pay them or not. Hivyo ndio bili wako. So hiyo story yake na Conqueror useless, is a con job, is a lie. Aya, story nyingine nimesikia yenye nataka kuchekelea, and this mona mna say, if you feel that you don't owe TikTokers any explanation, don't come to ask money from TikTokers. If you feel that you don't owe anybody any explanation, don't come to ask for money from anybody on TikTok. The moment you need money from people on TikTok, the moment you are asking for public funds, you will need to explain where the public funds have gone. But you cannot come and say you don't need to explain anything to anyone. That's bullshit, man. If you feel that you're so entitled that you cannot explain anything to anybody on TikTok, don't come and borrow money on TikTok. That's what is happening, you see. So ukiona wewe unajifeel sukari, utaki ku-explain anything, jifeel sukari hata ukiwa na shida. Don't come to ask for anything. Don't come and lie to people ati unapeleka body nyumbani na hakuna body ilipelekwa nyumbani. Don't come to lie to people about that. Don't do that. Don't. It just doesn't make sense. Then you make people fundraise 1 million for you and you are not going home, you are not traveling home, you are not even part of the funeral committee. Chekesha, lakini umekuja kufundraise pesa hapa. Ndio maana unajificha, utaki watu wenu wajue ulikuwa umetoa 1 million hapa, umetumia mkupicha. By the way guys, wacha niwaambie kitu. Kumbe huyu msichana hata kukua na huyu msichana mwenye ako hapa eti anajifanya eti analilia dadake, hakukuwa hata anasikizana na dadake mpaka last minute. Yes, from the grapevine, and I tell you, nimeambiwa direct report news. Na kuja katai. Kama bwana, by the way, ati alikuwa na bwana Mkisii. Huyo bwana yake Mkisii alikuwa na rafiki. Huyo rafiki yake alidate dada yake. Na ujue ni nani alimuzia huko, ni huyo ati. Hawakuwa nasikizana. Umesikia? So by the way, jina ya ati UK nime Ebu mchekeshe hapo mjue mwizi jambazi. Anaitwa Mary America. Anaitwa Mary America, my dear. Nimepewa chai mpaka nikashindwa nikakaa chini. Anaitwa Mary. Kumbe America anaitwa Mary. Huyu Mary alikuwa married to James Nyathiwa, James Jakisi. Alafu huyu Mary akioleka na James, alikuwa ameadanganya James eti alikuwa ameritaya kwa jeshi. Guys, hebu chekesheni, tucheke kidogo. I am a retired lieutenant colonel. Mpaka alikuwa anaamka asubuhi na anafanya tizi eti ameritaya kwa colonel. Alikuwa anapiga bwana yake. Guys, let me tell you, I'm giving you at your story. Alikuwa anapiga bwana yake mpaka bwana yake alijisalimisha kwa serikali. Alijisalimisha kwa serikali, guys. Aya, imagine a person. Ndio maana kumbe domestic violence anaenda kuchekea, na because she was also, and let me tell you what did Kama do. Alikuwa anapiga bwanake mpaka bwanake akajisalimisha kwa serikali, na serikali ikapatia bwanake makaratasi. Yes, that's what happened. Bwanake alikuwa anaitwa James, ni Mkisi. Akatai. Amenipea chai yake yote, kila kitu. Jina yake ya UK ni Mary. Umesikia? Yes, and her family didn't know she was raising 1 million here on TikTok. So asikuje kujigamba hapa ati sijui nini. No. And guess what? Kama naye si mchezo. Vile retired colonel alishaachana na bwana, alimwacha hapa. Retired colonel alienda akajipanga akarudi Kenya. Kama naye ikampatia Jorim si anatuanga ati. Kama ilimpatia Jorim alikuwa anatuanga ati kutuanga ile proper. Kama ile kupiga alikuwa anapiga nayo Mkisi. Imerudi akakuja huko akapata huyo Jorim ni watchman mwenye alikuwa analinanga mabuilding huko Qatar. Na si Jorim alikuwa anapiga ati. So anyway guys, let me tell you, the idea of someone coming here to tell you that they don't want to answer to TikTokers, answer anything. And seriously, if you don't want to answer anything to TikTokers, don't come to us for money here. Don't. Kama unajijua, umejitambua. Mimi sijaiona maskini mwenye anajitambua. Sijaiona maskini mwenye anajitambua, guys. I've never seen a beggar that anajitambua. The thing about begging is that you are constantly forced to explain yourself, because when you are a beggar, you are a person that is in need. You will have to explain yourself. Unasikia? You will have to explain yourself whether you like it or not. So anajaribu kujisanitize na hiyo sauti yake. Thank you, Nalia. I'm not going to explain anything to anybody. No, you don't explain anything because you are a thief. That's what you are. And a cheap thief at that, using death to steal from people. Ati we are expatriating the body at home. Chekesha. Hakuna body mlikuwa unapeleka nyumbani. Umesikia? So kubali yaishe. We know that you've conned people here. We know that ulikuwa umeenda. So unasikia uliulizwa maneno ya nyumba ya mzee. Unaenda unatafuta mapicha za wamama wazee. Unaekea wanawake wenzako kwa WhatsApp. Ati unajenga nyumba. Gai. Alafu hao wanawake wanakuja TikTok wanasema hawakujua anything kuhusu nyumba yenye ulikuwa unajenga. Hata hawakukuchangia. You are a con. You are a thief. And that's it. Whether you want to explain yourself or not, the evidence is glaring and it's out there. Sawa. So uzuri tushakujua sasa. Na uzuri ya nini? Wezi kama wewe, you always come back. Sawa. Guys, Saturday I will be having a visitor, another victim of Robert Bulare. Atakuwa anakuja kwa live yangu, na nimesema mwanamke yote ambaye Bulare alimwibia pesa, feel free to get into my inbox. We need to expose this fraud as broadly and as widely as possible. Sawa. Tumeelewana? Mko sawa? Sasa si mimi naenda kurelax. Nimemalizana na hizo stories za kila kitu yenye iko. Nani ako na swali? Dams, uko na swali? Hebu nione. Female version of Bulare. Yes, ati Owiso is a female version of Bulare. Yeye ndio female version ya Bulare kabisa. Ngoja tutafute wimbo hapa ya kuweka. Oh, one last song before you go. Ati bongo. Mimi sina mood ya bongo. Yeah, how will you be remembered when you're gone? Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to talk about Kimani. I want to talk about Kimani Mbugua a little bit. And this is a topic that is close to my heart. And every day when I talk about bipolar and I talk about mental illness, a lot of people don't pay attention. The thing about mental illness is that when you don't find the right combination of medication to work with the symptoms that you have, the symptoms will push you to a bad place, or the medications with everything that's going on will take you in a very dark place. That's what unfortunately happens with mental illness. I told you there are only two ways with mental illness. Either you manage the symptoms or they overwhelm you and you die. Unfortunately, that's what happens. And mostly the ways that people die when they have bipolar is they usually take their lives. Because when you have mental illness and it's not properly taken care of, the symptoms become more aggressive. And with bipolar, because it's constantly being studied, it's something that is constantly being tested and tried. What can work, what cannot work. I used to control myself from watching Mbugua. I used to control myself from watching Maribel, because I can clearly see, and I think I talked about this the other day when we were on Cialo's Live, when I talked about mental illness, and I talked about how important it is for Kenyans, especially Kenya, to take mental illness seriously. The problem with mental illness in Kenya is that apart from the stigma, then there's also the scarcity of psychiatrists in Kenya. Because for you to take care of bipolar, you will need a psychiatrist, you will need a nutritionist, because mental illness is not just about taking the medications, it's also about nutrition. What you eat is so important. And even the medications that you take, you've got to be constant screening. You have to have constant screening to see how your body is responding to the medications. It's so important, it's so vital. And that's the care that we don't have access to in Kenya, unfortunately. And watching Kimani most of the time, and I try to avoid watching him. I would watch him and then I'd watch Maribel once in a while. The little times that I watched him, I could clearly see that he was struggling a lot with trying to be at a good place. One moment he's okay, next moment he's not okay. You could see that it's the medications that were putting him in that place. So I think it's very shameful that we are in a place where a person cannot access the right medications to take care of their mental illness. And when that happens, what usually happens, especially with bipolar, is you start hearing voices, you start imagining things, another persona creates itself inside of you, and you choose to do the unthinkable. That's what usually happens. If you go and check the studies and statistics of people who have struggled with bipolar that have unalived themselves, there are people who were 9 out of 10 had the wrong combination of drugs. So when I talk about mental health and mental illness, I do it constantly because I would like for people to start paying attention to the symptoms, start paying attention to how you're reacting to your medications if you're taking medication, especially if you're taking medication for depression. If depression is making you, be in a darker place and you're already taking medication, you need to talk to your doctor. If you're taking medications for bipolar and you are seeing symptoms that, you have not experienced before, you're starting to hallucinate, starting to have nightmares and things that, are a bit, strange to you, you must always talk to your doctor. Let us be mental health, mental illness advocates, because bipolar is real. And in as much as some of you like to insult other people at bipolar, let me tell you, there is no one that is as strong as a person that is living with bipolar 1 and is taking care of themselves. It takes a lot of work for even the doctors to find the right combination of drugs for you. So mental illness is real. Mental health is important. You need to take care of yourself. You need to know the triggers. You need to know when to get out of social media. You need to know when it's not safe for you to be in spaces that are triggering. Whenever you see something that is triggering, upsetting, that is putting you in a dark place, just walk away from it. And also be honest with your feelings. And like I said before, if you're struggling with bipolar and you know that it's at a place where you're not sure, you talk to someone. Talk to a friend. If you don't trust a friend, there are many online, resources, online material that you can have access to. Then you get the information that you need there. Otherwise, some of us, we are very confident. We've been living with it for the past how many years? Good, kicking it and surviving with it. You can't take it away, but you can manage the symptoms. So the good thing about mental illness is that when you understand the mental illness you have and you're taking medications for it, then you understand how your body is responding to some things. You will know your triggers. You will know when to walk away from some situations. Thank you, Kenyan American. You will know how to respond to some things. You will know when to fight, when not to fight, when to be quiet, when to log off social media, when to be in a dark place and also be safe. But it cannot be cured, but you just manage the symptoms. The sad thing about depression is that once it comes in, it's difficult for it to go away. It doesn't go away. What happens is that you just continue managing the symptoms. That's all. So if you manage the symptoms, you survive. If you don't, you'll die. And most of the times, people unalive themselves because the medications that we take for mental illness are very strong, especially for bipolar. They are very, very strong. I don't know. I think maybe I should get you guys my medication so you can see them. Now, disclaimer, if you put my medications on a blog, shauri yako, blog yako itaangushwa na TikTok. Let me show you something. Hey, where is that bag? Hey. I want to get my bag so I can show you the medications I take. I'll be back. Nakuja, 1 second. This is for awareness purposes. So, to help, give me 1 second. So, ukinirecord shauri yako, because ukinirecord nikionyesha madawa zangu, hiyo blog yako ndo itaangushwa na TikTok. Shauri yako. And by the way, let me tell you guys, wait first, let me close the door. Come on. Let me make this clear. I am a confident woman that you cannot shame with mental illness, because Mimi, I'm wearing my mental illness like a crown because I'm able to manage it. I'm able to take care of anything, okay, that is coming my way. I'm able to pay attention to the triggers, and also I have acknowledged that I have it and I'm taking care of myself. So there's so much power in that, okay? So, and that is why I am able to talk about it confidently. There's nothing to hide. And the reason why I'm talking to people here, the reason why I want to talk to people here and show things, because I don't want people to be embarrassed or ashamed, okay, of what they are taking. Don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed of the medications you're taking, because we are breaking stigma. We are breaking stigma from mental health. Ati walisema sha haifanyi kazi. Anyway, acha niwaoneshe madawa zangu zote. And I'm able to do whatever I need to do. First of all, I have lots of vitamins that I'm taking, okay? I do take vitamin B12, this one, I do. I have my vitamin C that I take. I do that because of my my surgery, my duodenum switch surgery, because my stomach was made way smaller. I'm able to consume only specific nutrients, so I need to take lots of supplements. Sawa. I do have another supplement that I take. I do take vitamin A, of course, that's for me. Now I have medication for mental illness that I take. This is one of them. Ini moja. Well, I do take iron, of course, that's for my, because I am anemic because of the way you have less iron intake after surgery. It's so important. So this is what Prozasin. Now then there is hydroxyzin. That's another one. Second. Now, because it's getting into winter and it's cold, when you do have mental illness, sometimes you stay a lot in the dark and you're not able to get vitamin D as you should. So my vitamin D, and this one I take once a week. Okay, I take it every Tuesday. So then Citalopram is here. I take about 20 milligrams of this, and my medication, I take that before bed. My other medication is here that I take. No, it's not sickle cell. I don't have sickle cell. I don't have to mention the names because of TikTok taniangushia. So ninakunywa hii this is medication that I take for nightmares, by the way. Umesikia? Well, so there's even medication for nightmares. Sawa. So now, how many are these? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But you know what? I still kick ass. I still am going to work. I'm still very brilliant. I still can have conversations with you in the middle of the night. I still can wake up and actually write essays. I still can go for a TV interview. I still perform well in my school. And I am one person who really, you cannot play with or joke with. So I am breaking that stigma, okay? Take it from me. Diana Ross is doing it. Diana Ross is okay. I get my kidneys checked all the time. Listen, man, my liver too. Every time I am here, I go to the hospital. I see my doctors all the time. I get screened. I see my therapist. I see my psychiatrist. I talk to the therapists online and everything. Juliet, it's combination. You don't have one medication for bipolar. I take different medications, okay? So, listen. It is possible for you. Thank you, Kenyan American. So it's important for you people to understand that managing mental illness, managing bipolar is not a walk in the park. It's a lot of work. And it took doctors a lot of work for them to finally find a combination that is good for me. Sawa. Umeelewana? And apart from that, usually because of my surgery, when sometimes I get screened and the doctors find that some of my nutritional levels are not in a good place, I do get nutritional infusions sometimes. Sawa. And it's normal. Sawa. So for those of you who keep laughing at, sijui hana meno, sijui nini, listen, my weight loss plus what's going on with me and mental health affected my body and my response to everything and how I develop things. I did have reconstruction for my upper jaw, and just about few weeks I'm gonna have my teeth replaced, and I'm also taking the ones down because after losing weight and losing nutrients, I'm having my bone, densities and everything changed. So weight loss is also not a walk in the park. So can you imagine when I had mental illness, and then I'm struggling with diabetes type 2, and I'm also struggling with sleep apnea, and I was also struggling with hypertension. So you know what? Me choosing to go for surgery, and I had my weight loss, and so far, and I told you guys, I was 521 pounds. Right now I'm 64 kilograms. I've done work for myself. Okay, so I am no longer diabetic. I do not take any medications for diabetes. I'm off that. I am no longer diabetic. My BMI is fine. I do not have hypertension anymore. I'm okay. My heart is functioning well. I do not have high cholesterol levels. I am back to normal. I am okay. I do not have sleep apnea. I do not have to use a CPAP machine anymore. So I have done work for myself, and I'm so proud of myself. And all of this was a combination because I also had to take care of my mental health. So you cannot do one and leave the other. And I'm so fucking proud of myself. And that's why I want to encourage anybody that is struggling out there, especially with your mental illness. Do not be afraid. It is doable. Don't be ashamed. Mental illness is a disease like malaria. It's just a disease that you just need to manage, and you need to manage the symptoms, okay? My A1C is perfect, okay? So listen. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. If you feel different, if your thoughts are starting to be in a place where you're worried, talk to someone. Get the help. I'm encouraging especially women. And the reason why I talk to women a lot is because there are so many things that could put women in a place where they are depressed. Unasikia? The livelihoods. A lot of women are single parents taking care of livelihoods, taking care of homes, and they're doing it by themselves. It's overburdening. Please take care of yourself. Don't be afraid to seek for help. Don't be afraid to talk to someone. Taking medication saves lives. It helps manage the symptoms of mental illness, and you will be okay. Sawa sawa. I have lived with this for almost 6 years, and I'm good. Sawa sawa. I'm thriving. Okay? And there's nothing that is deterring me from thriving. One of the most important thing about mental illness, first of all, is acknowledging that you have it. When you're afraid to acknowledge that you have mental illness, it's a problem. You need to accept that you are in a place where you need help. Acknowledging is the first step towards healing. When you acknowledge that something is wrong, then it's very easy for you to start finding help for it. Living in denial has made us lose a lot of people. Depression is a monster, but you can beat that monster. Live with it. It can make you thrive if you want to, by the way. There are times when I take medications and I'm able to read books so quickly. I'm able to consume. Some of these medications make you even think better. Ha, chekesha. Kama ni hesabu, unashanganga ule Danarosa na kuanga mwerevu kwa nini? Sengine ni madawa, chekesha. Umesikia? Sometimes they make you more focused. Unasikia? Sababu akili inaweza kuwa unaanza kusema kwani hizi nini unasoma? That's why I told you, me, I can be a lawyer, I can be a doctor, I can be a surgeon, I can be a neurosurgeon, I can talk about law, I can talk about the economy, I can talk about everything. Unasikia? I used to do that kitambo, but siku hizi nafikiria hii kados ya hii ndio kindukulu yangu. Sasa ile watu wanavuruta bangi, mimi hizi ndio vindukulu zangu. Umesikia? And I am perfectly fine. Sawa? And just word of advice, because for those of you who might be single and are trying to date, it's good for you to tell a person that is coming into your life that you're struggling or you have mental illness, so that they are aware. Sawa sawa? Lazima uambie a partner or a possible partner ajue uko nayo, ndio ajue vile atadeal na wewe. Sawa sawa? Bipolar si mchezo. Unaweza ota eti anakukimbiza usiku kilala, alafu ushtue partner wako. You need to tell them so that they are prepared. Sawa? So they know how to respond to you when you're in crisis. It's very, very important. Sawa sawa? Otherwise, si mimi nimemalizana na nyinyi. Mkuwe na siku moja. Now that Raila is gone. Sawa sawa? Let me ask you, hapo pali umekaa, what will you be remembered for when you're gone? What will you be remembered for when you're gone? Raila is going to be remembered as the father of democracy. Na wewe, what will you be remembered for? Utakumbukwa kama kinyongi, ama mwanamke mwenye alikuwa anatumia wanawake wenzake hapa manyumba ndio wakon? Utakumbukwa na nini? What will be your legacy? What will people remain thinking about you? Unasikia? I've always said it. Mimi hata nikienda leo, I'm in a good place. Unasikia? Because there is work that I had done that has made sure my name is in the annals of history. But what about you? Utakumbukwa aje? Watakumbuka ulifanya nini? Ulikuwa unafanya nini? Unazungusha nini mboro kwa TikTok? I'm telling you, it's so important for you to start thinking about yourself and what you represent in this world. What do you bring to the table? What will we remember you? What and who will read your eulogy? Asanteni sana. I leave you with this song.
So thank you so much for watching the video to the end. Remember to like, share, comment, and if you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and put on the notification bell so that you know every time I post a new video. So guys, thank you. I'm gonna see you on my next video. Bye.